South Dakota. Subaru does not have any plans for just a B-segment subcompact any moment in the near future. That is not always a bad thing. Set-up subcompact crossover may be the segment almost every other automaker that isn't already there exists racing to go in. Subaru is there for 6 years, to use own quirky way. The new 2018 Subaru Crosstrek, a model that entered the US market because the 15 Crosstrek to the 2012 model year is dependent on the 2017 Impreza, a concise sedan, hatchback directly GPS unit perfect latest Honda Civic. That should make Crosstrek a primary competitor to the Honda CR-V as well because segment's new sales leader, the Nissan Rogue. But as the Crosstrek is, since it always has become, basically a jacked-up Impreza with a lot more serious four-season tires and fender cladding, not an SUV on a concise car platform as well as its own blown-out toe fat, as it turns out to be a tweener, with just a single 2-inch surge in wheelbase, 0.6-inch boost in overall length, and 0.9-inch wider body compared to the model it replaces. It's 63.6 inches tall, such as the standard roof rack. More importantly, the newest tail lamp design allows for the wider rear aperture to lean effectively to fit bicycles and the like in back. And thus it feels and drives much tighter and sportier than any one its main competitors, on the Jeep Renegade and Compass for the Honda HR-V and CR-V. Subaru benchmarked the Mazda CX-3 and BMW X1 for dynamics, and the newest Crosstrek is significantly superior around the road for the Bimmer, no less than. If you really need a tight SUV as capacious being a CR-V or Rogue, there's always the widely used Forester. That will become the fourth model to adapt Subaru's global platform made to accommodate all future compact and mid-size models. The platform also is meant to accommodate gas engine powertrains, plug-in hybrids and electric vehicles. A Crosstrek FF is rumored with the 2019 model year. Subaru is like to show off this cost-effective go onto a single platform, which launched this past year with the brand new Impreza. It makes the brand new Crosstrek 1.4 times stiffer as opposed to Mark I Crosstrek using a 70% surge in torsional stiffness, and carries expectations to find the best safety ratings on the National Highway Transportation Safety Institute plus the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, exactly like its small-o-slung sibling. Subaru's new Ascent makes its debut later this fall because the third model on the modern platform, while WRX, STI and Legacy, Outback arrive after the 2019 Forester. The Crosstrek's new suspension features McPherson struts front along with a double wishbone rear. It has a 13:1 steering ratio, approximately the same as from the BRZ and a lot of quicker versus the 15 Crosstrek's 16:1 ratio. The new steering provides for fewer correction inputs mid-turn, Subaru says, yet it's stable enough to possess none from the twitchiness you don't want in the dollish crossover utility. All Crosstreks are available with standard torque vectoring. The master cylinder and brake booster may be revised, and Subaru says it took equally of unnecessary tolerance out in the brakes to get a more linear, more connected feel. All this adds up to a subcompact compact crossover that's as rewarding and fun to drive through tight twists and turns since the best modern compact cars. Keywords listed here are tight twists and turns, for the reason that engine, which, and this is mostly new, is not a willing partner such endeavors. The updated FB 22.0-liter naturally aspirated flat 4-mounted 10mm lacking in the chassis versus the Prime model, is now offering direct gas injection along with a 12.5:1 compression ratio, to incorporate 4 horses while keeping the 145 pounds-to-feet torque figure. The torque is fed using your choice of a redesigned continuously variable transmission with wider ratio coverage along with a lighter, smaller torque converter, or even a 6-speed manual transmission, 1 cog more than the modern Impreza plus the old 15 Crosstrek manual. The manual is standard about the base and premium trim levels, even though the CVT is optional within the base with the first time, as well since the premium, and is particularly standard about the top spec limited. Neither transmission can perform much to the 152 horsepower H4. Torque is very much hiding and soon you reach nearly 4,000 revolutions per minute, and both my drive partner and I did lots of rowing for the morning portion in the road test within a cool grey khaki, sort of baby blue, 6-speed premium. The handling feels tight, with compliance generous enough permitting significant control inside the corners, and also with not much understeer plus a willingness to rotate till the vehicle dynamic control, torque vectoring, in which we found no defeat switch, catches it. Steering is remarkable, with feel, feedback and precision as effective as anything for the market, along with the brakes are strong and effective. The pedals accommodate easy heel and towing. The H4 is way better matched while using CVT, I concede to my drive partner. Higher standard paddle shifters for the column if you would like shift through 7 gears, steps, yourself. There's no floor shifter redundancy. Move that shifter in the manual gate and then there's no toggling except with the paddles. The CVT also is included with optional X mode system for better control of loose and slippery surfaces, and hill descent control which nicely replicates driving down steep off-road hills in first gear together with the manual. Subaru provided a quick quarry course, which exhibited the hill descent control's smooth confidence, as effective as any Land Rovers at twice the cost. More than that, the quarry steep, loose rocks, along, reminded me which the Subaru Crosstrek, which features minimum ground clearance of 8.7 inches, is much more off-roadable than any B or C segment crossover competitor I can imagine. The downside is how the Limited comes standard with 18-inch wheels, which aren't as comfortable over bumps and uneven off-roads because 17-inch wheels, what our only choice about the base and premium trims. More necessary for my antediluvian manual gearbox obsession, get the job done 6-speed isn't likewise matched on the underpowered flat 4, it's still considerably more fun. Working the manual certainly doesn't a single thing for fuel mileage, which already are at a disadvantage versus the CVT, nevertheless it does amplify the H4's throaty exhaust noises. On a few tight dirt and gravel roads within the morning route, the manual might be made to dance throughout the corners as an early WRX. In fact, the lower torque being subtracted from tight second gear corners reminded me with the first WRX imported here, while they had 227 horse turbos. These were a selected kind of road, during which I kept it in a choice of third and, mostly, in second, while using momentum from the turns to maintain the revs up. Subaru says 6 to 7% of 2012-17-15 Crosstrek buyers chosen 3 pedals, a good number, but one that forces the automaker to severely limit options for the manual gearbox base and premium for production efficiency. Many with the standard and optional features for the Limited, such as an 8.0-inch multimedia display, keyless entry with push-button starter, optional eyesight safety package with adaptive cruise control, automatic pre-collision braking, lane departure and sway warning, navigation and high beam assist, are available around the CVT Premium, although not the manual Premium, nor the manual or CVT base. Stick-shift customers might not exactly care about that, nonetheless they can't get yourself a sunroof for Harman Kardon audio within the manual Premium, while they're both available within the CVT Premium. It's the cost to pay, or maybe more accurately, not pay, in order to get the most fun to drive affordable small crossover about the market. 2018 Subaru Crosstrek specifications on sale now priced $22,710. Base engine 2.0 liters stock 16 valve flat 4 150 seconds horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute, 145 pounds to feet at 4,000 revolutions per minute transmission continuously variable layout 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine, AWD SUV EPA mileage 2327 to 29 miles per gallon. City/highway LXWXH 175.8 by 71.0 by 63.6 in wheelbase 104.9 in weight 3,142 to 3,230 pounds 0 to 60 miles per hour 10.3 seconds top speed N.A.